Hello and welcome to my Helsinki. So this is an Irishman's views on what a tourist should look at when they come to Helsinki. Let's get started. Getting around Helsinki is an absolute doddle. They have main overland trains, they have an underground metro, they have a multitude of buses, and of course they have a tram network, which is very comprehensive, very cheap, and they even have special tourist trains. I can't imagine going on one of those in the depths of winter. But my favourite way to travel is on these electric scooters.
So they cost €1 to unlock, and then you pay 20 or 30 cent per minute, and you can park them wherever you want. They are so much fun and so easy to use. So in the winter, we bring people to indoor pursuits like the Amos Rex art museum that just opened lately, which has really cool exhibits. Then whether it's winter or summer, we bring people to Loilu, which is on the south of the city, which has a sauna, and you can even jump into the Baltic when you're finished. Luckily they serve food also. And then in summer we take people out to Suomelina Island, a fortress island about the size of Hoth. It's very easily accessed. You just take a ferry from the city centre and your normal travel card will do you for it. It's not so much fun in winter, but I enjoyed it, just to put my brother through that. The Campy Silent Chapel is just this beautiful multi-faith, simple chapel in the middle of the city. And then you've got Linnanmäki Amusement Park on the north of the city, which has a couple of free rides, and it also has a wooden roller coaster. And Haga Park to the far north of the city, where they can successfully breed rhododendrons in Finland. Ireland, of course, has an embassy in Finland. Now, I haven't managed to get an invite yet, but I am certain the embassy building parties are wild. So there's top-notch dining, of course, in Finland. I particularly like kuku, strong meat favours, seasonal veg, very similar to Irish cuisine. Then for conventional everyday food, buffet is the way to go. And if you do it on Thursdays, you get this beautiful pancake. Factory in Campy is a good example.
If you want real Finnish coffee, you have to come down to Tila in the west of the city and check out Cafe Regatta. It is a classic place. So Cafe Regatta is open all year round, and it's particularly cosy in winter. And in winter, about 2 winters ago, they set up on the ice, which the sea turns into because there's very little salt, a nice little sled that I could push my daughter around on, which was really cool.
Finland has a shared history with its large neighbours to the west and east, which you can learn about in the museum near the Senatori Square.
Helsinki has amazing public services, and no better place to see it than here near the new Oodi Central Library. So you've got a playground for children there, basketball courts, wonderful lounging space. Let's check out the new Oodi Library.
This wonderful space speaks volumes about Finland's decision in the 1960s to instigate a welfare state, looking after its citizens, and you can just see that by the facilities on offer. Most of these are free, you just need a library card to access. And it's really useful, in particular this urban workshop, which includes 3D printers.
So this might look like a normal shopping arcade that turns into a pub on summer evenings, and you'd be right. But if you want to get a real sense of Helsinki's modern history, the women in particular that formed it like to come here, and they always have a story to tell to eligible bachelors. You have been warned.
To the south of the city, there are a lot of Nordic design shops, interspersed with a lot of flea shops, second-hand shops, which are a very big scene here. You also have Marimekko, which is Finland's answer to Orla Kylie, and she's known for these very floral patterns, on clothing and bags and homewares and things like that. For children, you have Moomin, which is a commercially successful Bosco from what I can make out. They seem to have a lot of licorice in their food, which you either love it or hate it. And they also have this long drink, which they invented for the 1952 Olympics. So most likely you'll travel to Helsinki by flying into Helsinki Vantaa Airport, and for transfers to the city you have a couple of options. You can take a taxi. Uber works here. There's a very good public transport train system using the I or the P trains from the basement. And there's also a Finnair branded bus. It's like an air coach style bus where you can get return tickets to the city centre with Wi-Fi for, I think, 11, 12, 13 euros, something like that. So you should see on screen now a link to a map I've created of all of the spots that I mentioned in the video, which should work in Google Maps for you. Thank you very much for watching, or as they say here, Kitos.